peace of my mind. Fear falls away, crack the shell of a new day.
Hey, boy, this is Olu Fakola Day of Idin Kai Fa Temple. We're welcoming you on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Thank you all for joining us, and also on Facebook. Thank you for joining us. This is a new segment that I'm calling Tap In, which is basically a bi-monthly, more informal Ifa chat where we use one Odu and we just flush that out and use the message of that particular verse. Before we begin, let us start with prayer. Ifa, we want to call on you on the Odu Ifa. Ejogbe Ifa says that it is a gradual process. I say that it is a gradual process. Where is the rat of yesternight? The poor rat of yesternight is still alive. Let her continue to suffer. Let her to continue to experience want. She will soon become great. She will soon become prominent. She will soon be known as Torofini, the leader of all rats. We have made Torofini the leader now. All rats, come and pay your tribute. All rats. Ifa says it's a gradual process. I say it is a gradual process. Where is the poor fish of yesternight? That poor fish, let him be alive. Let her continue to suffer. Let her continue to experience want. She will soon become great. She will soon become prominent. She will soon be known as Akagba, the leader of all fish. We have made Akagba the leader of all fish. Come, all fish, and pay your homage. Come, all fish. I say is a gradual process. I say, Ifa says, is a gradual process. Where is the poor bird of yesternight? Let her continue to live. Let her continue to suffer. Let her continue to experience want. Soon she will become prominent. Soon she will become great. Soon she will be known as Okini Nini, the leader among all birds. We have made Okini Nini the leader of all birds. All birds, come and pay your homage. All birds. Ifa says it is a gradual process. I say it is a gradual process. Where is the poor beast of yesternight? The beast of yesternight, it is still alive. Let her continue to experience want. Let her continue to suffer. Soon she will be great. Soon she will become prominent. Soon she will be known as Kiniu Nini, the leader among all beasts. We have made Kiniu Nini the leader of all beasts. Come and pay your tribute, all beasts. Ifa says is a gradual process. I say is a gradual manner. Where is the poor man of yesternight? That poor man of yesternight is still alive. Let him continue to suffer. Let him continue to experience want. Soon he will become prominent. Soon he will become great. Soon he will be known as Akambi, the leader of all humans. We have made Okambi leader among all humans. Come, all humans, and pay your tribute, all humans. What is this verse saying to us? What is this telling us? Ifa is basically telling us here, do not get weary in what you are doing. Do not give up. As long as there is breath in your lungs, there's hope. Do not give up hope. Do not give up your life. Do not kill yourself, because soon things will become better. Soon things will become greater. Continue to push forward, to continue to work hard. That is what this Odu is also talking about, because soon you will be known as the Great One. Soon you will be leaders. And this is a message for all of us. Continue to work. Continue to struggle, because the struggle is indeed beautiful and the struggle is indeed necessary. It is something that will refine us. So with that, let's get into this bi-monthly tap-in. So the title that we're talking about this week is Some People Love You, but They Can't Go With You. Some people love you, but they can't go with you. So today we deal with the hardest truth about elevating your life and becoming greater. Because not everyone who loves you is meant to accompany you on the journey. Some people love the old you. Some people love the wounded version of you. Some people love the humble, quiet, dimmed light version of you. Some people love you as long as you stay small. They want you to continue to play it small because it makes them feel comfortable. Some people love that aspect of you. Let us analyze the Odu Ifa Ogbe Oshe. And this Ifa, the general message is your light must rise, even if people prefer the darkness, even if people prefer you to play it small. Your destiny has levels, and not everybody is equipped to follow you to the next level. Ifa says in Ogbe Oshe, Orunmila says, it is little by little. I responded, yes, it is indeed a gradual manner. These were Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when going on spiritual journey to the land of rats. Your Ori had not yet reached its final destination, O Orunmila. Orunmila says it is little by little. I responded that it is a gradual manner. These were Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when he was also going on spiritual mission to the land of fishes. Our Ori is not yet reached its final destination, O Orunmila. Orunmila says it is little by little. I say it is a gradual manner. These were the declarations of Ifa to Orunmila when going on spiritual mission to the land of birds. Orunmila, your Ori has not yet reached its final destination. Orunmila says that it is little by little. I responded that it is a gradual manner. These were Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when going on a spiritual journey to the land of animals. Your Ori has not yet reached its final destination. Orunmila says, it is little by little. I responded that it is indeed a gradual manner. These were Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when going on the spiritual mission to the land of human beings. Orunmila, your Ori has not yet reached its final destination. Orunmila says, it is little by little. I responded that it is indeed a gradual manner. These were Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when he was going on spiritual mission to the land of Ogun. Your Ori is not yet reached its final destination. Your Ori has now reached its final destination. Orunmila, the land of rats is not suitable for living. The land of fishes is not suitable for living. The land of birds is not suitable for living. The land of animals is not suitable for living. Orunmila, the land of human beings is not suitable for living, but the land of Ogun is suitable for living. What is this Ifa saying So let us tell the story. This is the story of Orunmila. When Orunmila wanted a change of environment, he wanted to elevate his life because at this moment in time there was a level of stagnation. So he wanted to move to a new location to ramp up his destiny, to take it up a notch. And as he wanted to change his environment, he wanted to bring his family with him. So he brought his wife, his children, even some of his in-laws, and they all went on this spiritual mission with him. Orunmila, before he left on his mission, he went for Ifa consultation and he offered his abo. But as he was offering his abo, after he offered that abo, the Babalawo told him that he needed to keep a pair of pigeons with him as pets. And these pigeons would be the ones to show him where he should stay, where he should land and plant roots. Okay? So, after all of this, Orunmila and his family went on their journey. And as he was traveling, he was going on the way, and he first landed in the place where they call it the land of rats. He landed in the land of rats, and when he got there, everything looked decent. It was a nice environment. It wasn't shabby, it wasn't bad, it was mediocre. He took his birds out, and they walked around in a circle, and they stopped and basically said to Orunmila, "You have not yet reached your final destination." So Orunmila gathered up his family. He said, "Well, this isn't the place. Let's go." And his family went with him. The next place they stopped was the land of fishes. And this place was even better than the land of rats. Everything was very nice. They could find all the resources that they needed, and everything was very good. He took out the birds. The birds walked in a circle, and they said, "Orunmila, you have not yet reached your final destination." And some of his family members at this point, they were angry. They're like, "Orunmila, what's going on? We have to leave this place? This place is nice. They got running water. Everything's beautiful." So he gathered his family, and they reluctantly left with him. And then Orunmila went to the next location, and the next location was the land of birds. And this place was very, very special. It was decent. There were palm trees. There were no mosquitoes. It was really, really nice. He took his birds out, and they walked around in a circle, and they said, "Orunmila, your Ori has not yet reached its final destination. Let's go." Orunmila gathered his family members, and he told them, "This isn't the place. We need to leave." Some of his family members were upset, and they decided, "Orunmila, you can go on. We'll stay here." So he lost some of his family members on the way. They stayed in that spot. The others traveled with him. He went then to the land of beasts, and this place was very, very special. This place had all of the new technology. It had aspects of water, ducks, and cleanliness. It was a really nice area. Orunmila went to that location, and some of his family members, they already had pitched their tents before Orunmila pulled out his birds. He pulls his birds out. They walk around in a circle, and they said, "Orunmila, you have not yet reached the final destination." So at that moment, some of his family members got the news, and they just stayed there. So he lost some folks along the way in that spot. So he moves on, and at this point, he probably had just maybe his wife and kids. And he got to the next area, which was the land of human beings. And the land of human beings was the best area of all. We talk about technology, we talk about access, we talked about convenience, all of these things Orunmila had access to. and it was all good. So he comes to the land of human beings, and Orunmila, even in himself, he felt like, man, this is probably the best place. Let me stop here. He remembered, let me pull out my birds. He pulls out his birds. They walk around in a circle, and they said, Orunmila, your Ori has not yet reached its final destination. So Orunmila then gathered himself. He let his wife and kids know, and they then said, no, we're not going with you. This is you're on this mission, and whatever it is, we found the place that we want to be. You can go on. So Orunmila went the rest of the way alone. He got to another place, and this place, it was overgrown with weeds. There were mosquitoes. It was lush and green, but it was overgrown and it needed to be tended to. And this was the land of Ogun. Orunmila pulled his birds out. They walked around in a circle and they sat. They said, Orunmila, you have reached your final destination. This is the place where you need to sprout roots. So Orunmila followed the advice of Ifa. He sprouted roots there. He planted, he built his home, cut back the weeds. He did everything that he was supposed to do, even to the degree that the area began to flourish and thrive. He built a community, and over a short period of time, this area, which was the land of Ogun, it began to swell and thrive and even attract people. It was more technically sound, more spiritually associated than all of the other places, the land of the birds, the land of the human beings, the land of the beasts, the land of the rats. All of these places paled in comparison to the place that Orunmila had developed. By the time Orunmila had developed this area, all of his family members were calling back, hey, we want to come to the land of Ogun and bask in the sun with you. What is Ifa saying here? Ifa is saying, sometimes you're going to have to go it alone and leave other people who may say that they love you. You might have to leave them behind. And as you leave them behind, you might have to leave them behind for a level of uncertainty that might even challenge your own belief system. And as you move forward and as you grow, sometimes as you do that, you'll do it in such a way where the future will not be readily seen by your physical eyes. You won't even understand where Olodumare is actually taking you. You won't understand where your destiny essentially is taking you to. Your destiny is taking you to a place that is beyond even your own earthly comprehension. So oftentimes we will have to leave folks behind. And along with leaving folks behind, we'll have to leave our old conception of self behind. So this leads me to the first point. Every relationship is not a destiny companion. Sometimes we come in contact with people who are people from your past, and that creates a relationship there. Okay, they're from my past. We are cool based upon association of who we all used to be in the past. Or people from your present, or people from your process. and also people from your future. But elevation reveals to you who belongs where, who belongs with you, period. Some folks were meant to walk with you for a season and not a lifetime. And when you elevate, oftentimes, as you elevate, as you get bigger, as you get greater, as you cut into the greatness of your destiny, some folks will envy you. Some people will look at the thing that was hard for you to come by, that you struggled to get, the thing that you struggled to secure, and it looks easy, and they'll envy that. Some people will misunderstand you. Some folks will resist you, and some will release you. And essentially, that's fine. All of that is normal within the process of elevation. But here's the recipe. Point 2, people who can't grow with you will try to guilt you. Some folks, as they see your growth and your development, they will come back with, you changed. You changed. Life has changed, yes. They'll say, you think you're better than us. You think you're better than me. Or you forgot about us. Or you're acting different. The truth is, you may have changed a bit, but the reality is you didn't change. You merely healed. Sometimes these relationships that we maintain with other folks are based upon trauma. And as you heal and transform your perspective of who you are, you begin to see these trauma bonds or these issues that you've had. And then when you set a boundary to how you deal with people, people will look at you differently because, oh, now you don't take the same crap from me that you used to. You don't take the same put down. You don't walk into the room small anymore. You change. You think you're better than us. You didn't get better. All you did was align with your destiny. You didn't forget them. All you did was remember your destiny. You remembered who you are. And last but not least, letting go is an act of spirituality and self-love. Sometimes you have to let folks go. Ifa says that as you are detaching, as you release those things, you're cutting off some of that dead weight. As Orunmila moved about, sometimes those connections that he had with those family members, he had to release. Why? He had to release those family members and move on, because if he didn't, that weight of their expectations, their pain, their issues would have held him down and kept him from achieving his destiny. So detachment oftentimes is something that will help you to elevate. You are not abandoning people. What you're indeed doing is obeying your calling. People can't accompany you. They can't accompany you emotionally, spiritually, mentally, energetically. Those individuals who can't accompany you there, and they can't accompany you in that way, they must remain where they are so that you can continue to go where you are going. Orunmila continued the process. He had to leave those folks where they were. They had to stay in their spot so that he could continue to elevate, so he could continue to cut a new path. He had to trailblaze. And some folks can't be with you as you trailblaze. Some folks can't be with you through the process of your own elevation. But as you will see, eventually you will get the folks that are supposed to be with you, and they'll stick around. In closing, I want to say, may you release what your destiny has completely outgrown. Release those things that your destiny has outgrown. Walk in your divine path with courage. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to set a boundary, because you need that space in order to transform and live your destiny. It doesn't matter. The people who are supposed to be with you, the people who are supposed to walk with you through that process, they will understand. May you elevate and attract the right companions. May the right folks be drawn to you by the energy that you put off. You want all of those good things to be around. So with that, I thank you. As I said before, this is a new process that we're bringing into existence, and this is our bi-monthly tap-in. So I'm going to see how this goes. So if you enjoy this bi-monthly tap-in, I just want people to say tap in the comments. Also, we're bringing in a new level of Omo Awo is a program where we are bringing folks into the fold. Bringing folks into the fold in the sense of being part of the Ifa program and educating folks as what it means to be a priest, the ethics, the process, and the structure, the knowledge, the information. So those of you who would like to learn more information about the Omo Awo program, I want you to DM me in the comments, Omo Awo. Just write Omo Awo either in the comments or DM me and say Omo Awo, and you'll get more information about what it means to be part of that program. That is a program and process where we teach folks about being Ifa practitioners, but mainly an aspect of developing priests. All right. So with that, let's close with even more prayer. Olodumare, we thank you for life, health, strength, food, clothing, and shelter. We ask that you would continue to support us in the aspect of our own growth. Help us to cut off those things that hinder us from actualizing our greatest destiny. Help us to remove those individuals in our lives who want us to enter the room small. Help us to live our full life, live our full destiny, so we can find, follow, and fulfill it. Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Aboeto. We thank you once again for joining us, and we'll see you next week for our Ile Juba Ifa Temple service. Thank you so much. Thank you again.